I'm disappointed in myself. I just feel like I failed myself. I really do. Hey guys, it's Brittany with Eating Elephants, and if you read the title of this video, you know that I was rejected from the only grad school I applied to. So if you're wondering why I only applied to one grad school, go to my last video, or it'll be linked below or in the corner, one of these corners, I don't freaking know. But either way, it should be easy to find. I explained why I only applied to one grad school, but in short, I applied to one grad school because I was actually thinking about applying to none, but applying to none wasn't sitting well with me, so I decided to apply to one. Anyway, that's the short version. It doesn't make sense, so go watch that video to get the full story. So yes, I was rejected from the one school that I applied to, and I would love to go straight into the encouraging part of this video, but I feel like that would be insincere to go straight into the encouraging portion. So first and foremost, I will say that I am extremely disappointed. I will say that I am much more disappointed than I thought I would be upon getting a rejection letter, because I knew that that was a possibility. I knew that applying to one school was a bad idea on all accounts. I knew that that was a very good that had a good chance of happening, you know. So I am actually a lot more disappointed than I thought I would be. And I have a lot of like shame, a lot of like self shame, just like upset about past decisions that I made, about being in that abusive marriage for so long, about having two babies back to back, about not taking a break from school, getting mental health treatments, and then going back to school when I'm healthier so that I can do better. I'm like upset with myself for letting things get so bad back when I was within that abusive marriage, and back when I had my two babies. Okay, so I just rambled on for a few minutes, but I will edit all that out and just say succinctly that I'm really disappointed in myself. I feel like I have just squandered away my future in the past. I feel like my past decisions have now limited my current decisions, like my current options, okay? So, let's just say I'm upset, okay? I feel like a failure. I feel deflated. I feel doubtful of my future. And I know intellectually that it'll all be okay, and getting rejected from one school is really not a big deal. Everybody, if I were to apply to several schools, maybe a couple would have accepted me and then a few would have rejected me, and it wouldn't have been a big deal because a couple accepted me. But since I only applied to one, it hurts, okay? Because technically I got rejected from 100% of the schools that I applied to, even though, you know, it's just one. So yeah, now to the encouragement. I'm okay, you know, it's gonna be okay. I have a plan, and I actually have a plan that surprises me. I don't know how I thought of it, but me and my husband think it's a good idea. And that plan is to go back and get a second bachelor's degree in psychology. So I have a bachelor's degree in sociology, and I minored in psychology. So getting a bachelor's degree in psychology would be a pretty quick thing to do. But in that coursework of getting my psychology degree, I would be able to get my GPA up, and also it would make me eligible to apply to psychology doctoral programs along with Masters of Social Work programs. So possibly I can go ahead and skip the master's degree and go into doctoral school if I am accepted. But either way, I would have a much better chance of being accepted into MSW schools with a higher GPA from going back and getting my psychology degree. I would be a lot more competitive. Also in that time, I will be with this bad boy here studying for the GRE. So I will feel like, for my mental health, okay, for my heart, I will be making great strides and great progress towards my goal. I don't want this setback to stop me for any amount of time. I want to plunge forward, okay? So I got that rejection letter the night before last, and that same night I applied to the school that I want to go back to get my bachelor's in psychology. And I also have sent over my transcripts and everything. I am pretty much guaranteed to get accepted into that school because they automatically accept any transfer student that has a GPA over 2.0. And I can't say much about my GPA, but I can say it's over 2.0. So that's sad. Anyway, yes. So I want to go back to get that psychology degree. I want to go in school instead of doing online like I did for my sociology degree. I want to go in school to get this psychology degree. I want to make a good impression. I want to be very involved, forge good relationships with the faculty in the psychology department of that school. And then I want to actually apply to the doctoral program for that school. It's actually a PhD in clinical adolescent psychology at that school, which it would be so awesome to do because like it's a scientist practitioner model. So I would learn to be a researcher, and I would learn how to be a clinician, a actual psychologist in clinical practice, which is awesome. Like, I thought you kind of had to choose one or the other, the PhD, which is a researcher, or the PsyD, which is a doctorate in psychology, to be a clinical psychologist. I thought you had to choose one or the other, researcher or clinician. This way, I would actually be both. I would be able to do both. So that would be awesome. And it's in adolescent psychology. And I have a passion for kids in young adulthood and adolescence. Like, I really want to help kids and young adults in that age group to find themselves, because it's so hard, because a lot of the times here in the States, at least, kids aren't allowed to really have an identity. Okay, having any kind of identity is seen as disrespectful. You know, you're just supposed to be who your parents want you to be. So whenever they get older and it's time to make decisions, it's really hard. So that will be awesome. I'm really excited. And it's a HBCU, which is a historically Black college or university. It's a university. So I'm really excited about that. And talking about all this has made me even more excited. So that's the plan. I'm going to go back. I'm going to get, I say back, but I didn't get my bachelor's in sociology from this school. I got it from another school. But I'm going to go into this school, get a psychology degree, which will be my second bachelor's degree, make sure I get all A's, and make sure I am I participate in class and have good relationships with my professors. And when it's all said and done, when I'm about to finish that degree, I will apply to some Masters of Social Work programs, some clinical mental health counseling programs, and then some psychology doctoral programs. And I will decide what I'm going to do depending on who accepts me. But you best believe if a doctoral program accepts me, I'm gonna take that. But if a master's in counseling or a master's in social work program accepts me, that's perfectly fine too. And a doctorate is still probably in my future. So that's my plan. That's how I've been feeling. I've actually been really down on myself, but actually making this video has kind of cheered me up. This video is really rambly and really all over the place. And usually when I have a very rambly and all over the place video, I will just record it again. But I kind of want to just upload this raw to show where I'm at after this. I'm kind of scramble brained. I'm really upset. I'm disappointed in myself. I just feel like I failed myself. I really do. But we gotta move on. We gotta move forward. We're gonna get these degrees, okay? If I have any like people pursuing graduate school who are kind of in a valley like me, you know, you got the peaks and you got the valleys. I'm kind of in a valley right now. If you're in that position, just know, honor your feelings, man. You don't have to push yourself through your feelings quickly. Sit in your feelings, feel them, talk about them. Do a video like I'm doing. Talk about those feelings, okay? They're all valid. But just know, you know, in your intellectual minds, you know, as I know, that things are going to be okay, and you have many avenues that you can take to get where you want to be. And I know that. But being denied one of your options is upsetting, okay? Even if you do have other options, being denied one of them, and especially the first one you're pursuing, is really upsetting. So be gentle with yourself. I'm being gentle with myself. I haven't done a lick of work today, okay? I know I have a client to be with tonight for a night shift, but I have also day hustles that I do. I didn't do one lick of work today. I just kind of slept after my overnight gig, watched some YouTube, you know. I because I wasn't able to do this yesterday and really honor my feelings. I actually had too much work to do yesterday, but today I just kind of let myself be, and that's what I needed. So this video is getting much longer than I wanted it to be. So to recap, I was rejected. I am very upset, but I know it's gonna be okay, and now I'm going back to get a second bachelor's degree. Hurrah! Thank you guys for watching. Thank you for supporting me. And how do you eat an elephant? One bite at a time. Bye-bye.